the ultimate farmer.
Farmer in the dell, the farmer in the dell. Hi-ho the dairy-o, the farmer in the dell.
Let me show you a quick example of this year's Money in the Bank pay-per-view. You know what? This is actually pretty good. I'm very entertained. Something along those lines. So during this Money in the Bank ladder match, I was thinking, you know what? Anyone but Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin is the worst case scenario. Anyone but... Whoa! I don't know what to say. This was honestly a great pay-per-view. I loved every match, I was entertained, and it seemed like WWE actually cared and listened to the fans. But oh boy, does Brock Lesnar actually need a briefcase to win the championship? What exactly is he going to do with that briefcase? Put cow's crap in it? That's actually a pretty nice idea for a farmer. I don't know WWE's logic in this. I have no idea. I said that before, but guys like Braun Strowman, people who are going to win the WWE Championship anyway, don't really need a briefcase. WWE responded with someone like Brock Lesnar, who doesn't even need a #1 contenders match for the WWE Championship to win the belt. If Brock Lesnar farts and Vince McMahon appreciates the smell, we got the new champion, people. Okay, that was a bit exaggerated, but to be honest, he doesn't need to do anything to win the belt. That's the point. Other than that, it was a pretty nice pay-per-view, so why don't we just start with the pre-show? We got Daniel Bryan and Roman, the WWE SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions, versus the Usos. I didn't know that, but it was actually a non-title match, so I appreciate that because these two are from Raw, and Daniel Bryan and Roman are actually from SmackDown Live, and they hold the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. Wouldn't make any sense for it to be a championship match, so I appreciate that. Now, the match wasn't anything special. Surprisingly, we only got a one match in a pre-show. The Usos defeated Daniel Bryan and Roman, and they won with a double top rope splash. So I don't necessarily understand why the Usos won the match, because they are not the champions and it was not even a championship match, and I don't think that they should be able to get a WWE SmackDown Live Tag Team Championship match. So it was a nice match. It was a nice way to open or end the pre-show, but it did nothing for me, honestly. And it did nothing for the Usos, and it did nothing for Daniel Bryan and Rowan. So let's start with the main show. I don't watch the show because I will ruin the show. And the first match that we got was the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Bayley defeated Natalya, Naomi, Dana Brooke, Mandy Rose, Carmella, Ember Moon, and Nikki Cross. It was a decent match, nothing compared to the men's ladder match, because that was honestly the best Money in the Bank ladder match I've ever seen. But this was pretty nice. Last couple of women's Money in the Bank ladder matches, I think we only got like two, if I'm not mistaken. One was won by Carmella, or should I say James Ellsworth, and the second one was won by Alexa Bliss. These two, in my opinion, were pretty crappy, especially the results. This was an entertaining match. I'm not gonna tell you all the spots, because if you're watching this review, you saw it. You just came here for an opinion and my take on the show. So anyway, I am happy that Bayley actually won the match. And one thing that WWE also done right is when they had Sonya Deville helping Mandy Rose to win the match, and we were all pretty much convinced that Mandy Rose is winning. And people didn't really want that. I don't think so. So then WWE decided to give us the worst case scenario and turn it into the best case scenario by Bayley winning the match. Now, I don't necessarily know if that was the best case scenario, but possibly. I wanted either Bayley or Ember Moon to win the briefcase, and I got what I wanted with a nice ending, and WWE opened this pay-per-view on a high note. It's funny though. There were so many rumors of Sasha Banks winning the Money in the Bank briefcase, but WWE decided to give it to Bayley. I don't know how Sasha Banks feels right now. We got the United States Championship. Rey Mysterio defeated Samoa Joe in a very quick match. I don't know whether this match was supposed to be this short or not though, because something terrible happened during this match. Rey Mysterio accidentally broke Samoa Joe's nose, and it looked nasty. It looked horrible. And I don't know whether this match was supposed to be this short. The finish was weird, his shoulders were up, and referees were terrible in this pay-per-view. They were making so many mistakes. But like I've said, I don't know whether it was intentional or not. It certainly didn't feel like it because it was very short and didn't make any sense, but I'm happy that they ended the match. So Rey Mysterio is your new WWE United States Champion. He was celebrating with his son, but after the match, Samoa Joe came back and attacked Rey Mysterio again. He did several moves to Rey Mysterio just to make Rey Mysterio's son mad, but he was a bit of a pussy and he didn't do anything. Is this leading to a Samoa Joe versus Dominic match? Is this what we are getting? Because I've heard rumors that he is actually signed by the WWE and he is a future WWE wrestler. So maybe the story is not as bad as we think that it is, but let me know in the comments below. Do you feel like it was scripted or it was not supposed to happen? We got a steel cage match between Shane McMahon and The Miz in which Shane McMahon won again. The Miz tried to prevent Shane McMahon from escaping the cage, but McMahon slipped out of his shirt and fell to the ground to win the match. I like it in a way. It was pretty obvious that Shane McMahon is going to win this match because he's facing, according to rumors, he's facing Roman Reigns in a WWE Super Showdown. So I understand it in a way, but I also appreciate the fact that The Miz doesn't look weak. He was about to win this match, but he accidentally lost it because the guy is wearing a shirt. So it doesn't hurt The Miz, in my opinion. And this match was pretty good. We got a lot of great spots, even though it was a steel cage match, and you guys know that I'm not a fan of these matches, but this one was actually really good and possibly one of my favorite steel cage matches I've seen in a while. And I do hope that this rivalry finally ends right here because, it was entertaining at first, but it kinda got old in my opinion. Mick Foley will appear on Raw to announce a new championship title. This is something that we are going to talk about on Greatness of Wrestling. And Braun Strowman put Sami Zayn in this position, so Sami Zayn will not be able to compete, but Triple H banned Braun Strowman as well. And we got a replacement. WWE Cruiserweight Championship Match. Tony Nese defeated Arya Daivari to retain the championship. Tony Nese won the match with a running knee. It's funny because we got a couple of good spots. These two are amazing wrestlers, but I just didn't care. It wasn't something that will make me watch 205 Live. It was decent. I don't have anything negative to say. Honestly, it was just, something that I will forget in a couple of hours. Raw Women's Championship Match. Becky Lynch defeated Lacey Evans. Now, this match was really, really bad and possibly the worst match on the card, and I don't know why, because Becky Lynch is a good wrestler and Lacey Evans, from what I've seen, is also a very good wrestler. So I don't necessarily understand why this was a bad match. Maybe it wasn't even a bad match, I just didn't really like it. We also got a weird finish. Whether it was a mistake or not, I don't know. Again, the referee screwed up. I should also mention that the referee screwed up again in a Shane McMahon vs. The Miz match. There is no such a thing as a rope break in a steel cage match. Even the commentator said that. Either way, Lacey Evans had Becky Lynch in a roll-up, but the referee didn't count. And Becky Lynch won the match with a disarmer. So like I've said, it was not for me. Then Charlotte Flair made her entrance and she pretty much demanded a title match right now. During the match, Lacey Evans interfered and hit Becky Lynch with the women's right, the worst finisher I've ever seen. At least Big Show is a fat big dude who has an arm of the size of my head, my forehead. So it kinda makes sense. Lacey Evans hitting you in the face and actually treating it as a finisher, it just doesn't make any sense for me. Flair capitalized and hit a big boot to win the match and the women's championship of SmackDown Live, leading to Evans and Flair attacking her 2-on-1. Bayley made the save and actually cashed in her Money in the Bank briefcase. What a moment. Crowd was wild, my man. So this was another cool moment of this Money in the Bank pay-per-view, and I was like, you know what? This is an amazing pay-per-view. We got this terrible build. Raw and SmackDown sucked so much for the past 4 weeks. And now we are getting an amazing pay-per-view. I don't know how that works, but it works. Even the last match was, like I've said, the best ladder match I've ever seen. So Bayley winning the SmackDown Live Women's Championship is amazing. She is a women's main eventer again. If only WWE didn't ruin it in the end. Roman Reigns defeated Elias. So before the match, Elias attacked Roman Reigns with a guitar. That was a pretty cool moment. And it was a nice transition. We actually got to see how Elias walks into the ring. It felt live, and I loved it. He was about to leave the arena. It's Roman Reigns. Of course. Superman punch, spear, 1, 2, 3. Elias lost in like 6 or 7 seconds. Moving on, we got the Universal Championship match. Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles, in which Seth Rollins retained the championship. I was really worried about this one because, it's AJ versus Seth Rollins. It's a dream match. The rivalry sucked. So I was worried that the match is also not going to be as good as we thought and it would not meet the expectations. However, it absolutely did. The first 6-7 minutes were really, not for me. And I was like, this is not gonna be as good as I thought it would be. But then these two absolutely nailed it. What about that curb stomp into the Styles Clash? The finish was unbelievable as well. So this absolutely met the expectations. After the match, AJ Styles and Seth Rollins shook hands. It's kind of unfortunate that this rivalry is probably ending. And I'm gonna let you know why in the next video. So that's pretty unfortunate, because this rivalry didn't even started in my opinion. It was a cool match, but the rivalry itself sucked. No one turned heel. It wasn't really that personal in my opinion. So it's kinda unfortunate. AJ Styles didn't win the Universal Championship, hopefully in the future. Lars Sullivan beaten the crap out of the Lucha House Party because... ask Vince? I don't know. We got the WWE Championship match. Kofi Kingston defeated Kevin Owens, surprisingly, because I was convinced that Kevin Owens is winning the championship. Kevin Owens was supposed to be in a WrestleMania match against Daniel Bryan, so it would only make sense for Kevin Owens to win the championship right now. However, he didn't. What also shocked me is the fact that the WWE Championship match went after the Universal Championship match. When was the last time this happened? So, finally WWE treated the WWE Championship like a huge deal. This was also a good match. I cannot say anything negative about it. And like I've said before, people are not gonna care about this match, but they will care about the fact that Kofi Kingston might lose the championship. And they cared. And the match was also great, so they delivered. The rivalry was not for me, but the match was really, really nice. And Kofi Kingston won with a Trouble of Paradise. And finally, we got the Money in the Bank ladder match. Brock Lesnar defeated Andrade, Ricochet, Randy Orton, Balor, Corbin, Ali, and McIntyre. This match was absolute chaos. I cannot explain how great it was. You need to watch it. If you're not watching WWE at the moment, watch this match. So much respect for all the competitors. That Andrade and Finn Balor spot was possibly the greatest Money in the Bank spot I've ever seen. So much great stuff. Ricochet, breaking the ladder. I'm not gonna remember every single spot because there was so much. You have Andrade, Ali, Ricochet, Balor in the same match. You are about to get something special. Even Drew McIntyre and Baron Corbin were entertaining in this match. And Randy Orton is Randy Orton. However, I gotta say, that RKO sucked balls. Drew McIntyre sold it like a stunner and it looked horrible. I was pretty sure that Drew McIntyre is winning this match. And like I've said, I was entertained, but I was worried that Baron Corbin is winning it. Because reasons. WWE decided that this match, you know what? This match needs Brock Lesnar because Brock Lesnar needs a championship opportunity. He's such a young star. 2 things. 1, it didn't make any sense. 2, shave your armpits. After I saw Brock Lesnar winning the briefcase, the first thing I thought was, can we get Baron Corbin? Please? I kind of want it right now. Please? So, this was the third time that Money in the Bank men's ladder match was ruined. Thanks to WWE and all the competitors for this amazing match and this actually good pay-per-view. But this is not a good response for terrible ratings. It was honestly the worst case scenario. I was shocked, I can give you that, but I was shocked in the most negative way. This was a bad way to end this pay-per-view. Let's be honest. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching this video for Headamaniacs. If you want to support the channel, make sure to click that like button, and I might upload a new episode of Greatness of Wrestling today because there's so much to talk about. Yes, we're also gonna talk about this beautiful tickle gentleman right here. Thanks for watching. The Great One, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.
I'm a genius! 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 I'm a genius!